Hi, folks. Welcome back to Quest for Glory 4 Shadows of Darkness. Hope you had a lovely weekend. So last time we entered the town of Mordavia, didn't get a very nice welcome. People don't really trust us for whatever reason. We don't know why. Might be because there's like a swamp with hands coming out of it and a creepy cave out in the forest pretty close by. Anyway, so we're going to continue exploring Mordavia in this episode, and I wrote down a few things. They mentioned some people that we haven't talked to yet. One is the gravedigger. I think this is him. That's my guess. Nikolai, there's an old man looking for his dead wife. That's going to be super uplifting. And then Dr. Cranium, who seems to be a mad scientist, the requisite mad scientist of these kinds of genres. So we're going to look for them, and then if we finish that, we will head to the cemetery, maybe check that out, and also look for the castle, because we heard about one. So let's take a look. Obviously, this is what they want us to look at here.
It is a thoroughly uninteresting wall.
Oh.
Sort of a wallflower.
Uninteresting. I don't know, there's a lot going on there. Lots of designs, John. So I can't even...
You don't notice...
I can't even look at this. Feels weird.
It is a thoroughly... You can't see through the high window.
That's kind of weird for how ornate the outside of this is. I would have expected to be able to, like, see more details.
This is a bas-relief of a strange creature. It looks like an octopus with only 6 tentacles. You have a creepy feeling as if it is looking right back at you.
Mm-hmm. We keep seeing this imagery everywhere, don't we?
There is an indentation near the middle of the shadowed door. It looks like a set of 6 curved spokes radiating out from a central point.
Interesting. Something like that, you mean? So that may actually let us in that door. What happens if we just try to open this door?
Bad place. Very bad place. Go away. You'll be very sorry.
Okay, well, we've been warned. Maybe we should talk to him, actually. Obviously, we're going to try it again, but not right now.
It looks pretty much
as you'd expect.
Igor probably spade very little for his shovel. It looks dirt cheap.
Did you hear that? I think John was like laughing. It barely got cut off in the line. Even he couldn't contain himself. Okay.
It's an advertisement for Igor's headstone business.
Mm-hmm.
It's an
So, this is Igor.
From the hump on his back to his twisted body, this is either the Hunchback of Notre Dame, a mad scientist lab assistant, a gravedigger, or an Elvis impersonator.
What? I don't know about that. Maybe he's all 4.
The headstone carver stares at you and then goes back to work.
There's a lot of that. Lack of social skills in Mordavia. Just outright rude stares at visitors. I'm just going to introduce myself. I'm Conrad. I'm a hero. And yeah, I teleported into that cave.
You introduce yourself to the gravedigger.
Me, Igor.
Okay, well, relatively polite, actually. Seems to be, you know, a bit stunted developmentally, but we can work with this.
Building was Adventurers Guild.
Oh.
No adventurers, no guild.
And it kind of sounds like a Muppet to me, like Fozzie Bear. I shouldn't have asked about this guild, but I guess the building behind him, back on that other screen, is an Adventurers Guild. So, tell us about the town. Actually, tell us about this building you warned us about.
Bad building. No, go there. Bad, bad, bad.
Alright, so yeah, just bad. That's all we know. And what do you do, sir?
Oh, this day job. Also work graveyard shift. Little graveyard humor there. Igor dig graves in cemetery. Igor put dead person in grave. Igor cover dead person with dirt. Igor put headstone on grave. Oh, plenty job security around here. Business is piling up. Little graveyard humor there. Again.
Oh man. Yep. Yeah, I was reading more about those townsfolk who were ad-libbing in the inn, and it just seems like the recording for this game was a little bit like, I wish I'd been there to know what that had been like, because there's a lot of ad-libbing from everyone. Things were pretty loose back in those days, recording lines. Honestly, it was probably one of the first few times Sierra had voice in a game. I want to say, I don't remember when King's Quest V came out, but that was like a big deal for a fully voiced like CD-ROM game. I don't remember, but this definitely came out after King's Quest V, I think. Okay, town.
Town Mordavia, this north part of town.
Right, so you're not super useful, but thanks for warning me about the monastery, and good luck with your graves.
He looks at you and then goes back to work.
Alright, peace be with you, sir. I just wanted to check what time it is. How much time have we spent, actually? Wow, okay. So we've spent most of the day, actually, just working our way through. Okay.
You can't
This building.
see much through the filthy window.
Alright.
There is a small, grimy window set high in the wall.
Mm-hmm.
You don't...
What about the door?
This weather-beaten, boarded-up door once sported a painted sign, but you can no longer read it.
Can we get in?
The door is locked.
Okay, locked up tight.
It's completely silent beyond the door.
So, are we just gonna break in? It does seem abandoned. If this is like an old adventurers guild, I think we're still gonna try like the low-hanging fruit before we do anything like that.
How did they get those huge stones to stay in place? Through the archway you can see the east side of the town, a residential area.
Residential area. Yeah, let's go check that out first, because look, if they don't trust us, why would we break a door down? Right? Doesn't make sense. So I think it would be better if we actually, you know, made friends with some of these people first. I'm just gonna save. Okay, residential area. This is probably Nikolai.
You don't notice it. The archway leads to the northern section of town. You don't notice it. The ancient oak has donned its fall cloak, anticipating the winter chill soon to come.
Has definite fall vibes for sure. Alright, well, we gotta talk to this guy first, I think.
The old man walks with a slumped back and a sad, dejected look in his eyes. He seems to be searching for something that he hasn't been able to find.
Hello, sir.
You greet the old man.
Good day. Have you seen my honor?
No. Not really.
I am Nikolai. Have you seen my honor?
I also wanted to say two things about this. It is a pretty interesting choice to, when you get into conversation, everything else just blacks out. I wonder if they took this from Gabriel Knight, because Sins of the Father is kind of like this too, isn't it? So I guess it has its pluses. I like still seeing the location, I think, but you can't deny that you get a lot more, you know, space to show off the portraits, and these portraits are really good. Like, these are very detailed, more detailed than anything we've seen, actually. They didn't do the claymation thing, it looks like. It looked like there was like clay models for the previous Quest for Glory games, but I think in this case it just looks drawn to me. It's more old-fashioned, more traditional. I could be wrong, maybe there is claymation, but it seems like it's hand-drawn to me, and it kind of looks a little grotesque. All of the people we've seen look a little like, I don't know, obviously exaggerated, right? But like, I don't know, they're all kind of, they're rough around the edges. I like it.
Honor. Have you seen my honor?
He's not going to talk to us about anything else, I think.
I am looking for Anna. Have you seen Anna?
Well, the one thing that we learned then, right, is the name of his wife. So, his wife is dead.
Tell the old man goodbye.
If you see Anna, tell her I am looking for her.
Okay. Yes, we will. Unfortunate. So Conrad is a meathead, but he does feel for people. I think he has a big heart. So he may not always say the right thing or even do the right thing, and he's a bit of a buffoon, but he has his heart in the right place. What else have we got here? So this looks kind of like a face.
The sign reads, Dr. Cranium.
Dr. Cranium.
You wonder what sort of medicine he practices.
So I feel like everyone probably knows this already, but this is a reference to Dr. Brain. It's another series that Sierra worked on.
Anna?
Oh.
Where are you, Anna?
Nice. They made Castle of Dr. Brain, I think was the first one, then there was Island of Dr. Brain, and then I don't know that Sierra made the other ones, but I remember playing like Time Warp of Dr. Brain. That one was great. I think there was also The Lost Mind of Dr. Brain, so maybe 4 of them. Oh, and then there was like a reboot as well, like Dr. Brain's Mind Puzzles or something like that. It was like a... Anyway, doesn't matter. Dr. Cranium is a reference to that. It's parodying Dr. Brain. And in those games, there were often buildings shaped like faces too. So this looks like a nose and a mustache, eyes, the windows, and then the doors, the mouth. So a bit eccentric. Let's go take a look.
It looks pretty much. It looks like a gigantic stone nose. Who knows what it really means? The windows stare back at you like eyes in the living wall. Well, they don't really, it's just a simile, you know? You don't... Okay, let's get this straight. If the windows are eyes, and there's a nose and a mustache above the door, then the door must be a mouth. Gulp. A set of brightly colored pull ropes hangs down in front of the door. Or maybe they're just stray mustache hairs. The door lintel looks almost like a mustache.
Can I touch any of these?
It's out of reach.
Oh, well.
Who knows what sort of trouble
Wow.
that might lead to?
Unreuse. Worst kind of crime.
Hey, how would you like it if someone started pulling your mustache?
Yeah, I don't have one. I don't think Conrad can grow facial hair. Let's see. It's literally the puzzle at the beginning of Castle of Dr. Brain. Kind of sounded like Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Now, what is this? I got points for getting in here. Yeah, actually, this is really funny. I think when I played this, I hadn't played Castle of Dr. Brain yet. And this is totally just ripped from... You go through the door and then there's just like all of this reeks of that. So I don't know, you know, I've said that about Quest for Glory before, like it's a fun series and I like the sense of humor, but sometimes I do think that they are too funny for their own good. Because it's not that this isn't clever, but it kind of makes it less timeless for me because now it's breaking immersion. Now I'm thinking about other products by Sierra, right? Anyway, it's just a choice.
You are in a totally weird place. This hallway gives you a strange feeling of vujade. The sense that you've never been anywhere like here before, but maybe will someday.
Wow, that's cool.
It reminds you of a porthole minus the glass cover. So it's definitely not a glass of port.
They were just trying to make John laugh. That's like 4 or 5 giggles that I've counted just in this episode alone.
It's a truly impressive, original, multimedia work created out of whitewash and sawdust.
Okay. Well, what even is it?
The bust's eyes seem to follow you as you walk through the hallway.
Reference to Haunted Mansion, maybe? Or just like busts in general? I don't know. Okay, that one is good. So there's like 4 different portholes in the wall.
You are in a...
Yes.
It's a true pillar of society.
What about this one?
This pillar stands ready at its post. The short set of stairs leads up to the laboratory door at the end of the hallway. You are... The sign on the door says, Dr. Cranium's private laboratory. Entrance by prior appointment or demonstration of superior intelligence only.
Superior intelligence only. Well, let's check our intelligence. Oh, it actually went up. Probably just by ringing the doorbell correctly. I mean, like, we haven't been trying to raise our intelligence at all. And it just keeps creeping up despite our best efforts. Now, what's this gadget?
This strange device is labeled Transcendental Receiving Animal Processor. I wonder if that stands for something. Be careful, it might be a trap. You are in...
Alright, so obviously I should interact with that, but let's click on these doors too.
There's a sign on the door. It says, Warning, do not open without appropriate precautions.
Appropriate precautions.
The sign says, this is the key maze.
Key maze. Okay. Well, what can you do? Let's start with this. Welcome to the Transcendental Receiving Animal Processor. You can analyze the creature you wish to capture, then apply the proper bait. Well, I don't even... If the animal is in the immediate vicinity, the trap will catch it for you. If the animal is not in the area, you'll just have to catch it yourself, but at least you'll know what to feed it. Okay. Well, I don't even know why we're doing this yet. You want to identify an animal, right? Yes. Is it bigger than a bread box? Yes. Right. What's a bread box? Oh, it's useless. Okay. No, it's not. Is it smaller than an ant? Yes. It has to be a baby ant then. Try feeding it antipasto. Oh. I'm just trying... So if this is a baby ant, then we want to hit no. Is it black and white and red all over? Yes. Sounds like a penguin with a sunburn. Use suntan lotion for bait. Yes, I do. No. 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 Is it yellow and does it weigh 500 pounds, have wings, and have an attitude? Then it's a 500-pound canary. Say, here, kitty kitty. What is that a reference to? No, I don't want to. Uh-huh. Too dangerous for you, eh? In your case, it probably is. Let's see what else we can get to. No. 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 Is it gray and wrinkled and lives in a tree? Yes. Your elephant is psychologically challenged. Pretend you're a peanut. Oops. So far, not. Is it gray, wrinkled, wears a hat, and says only you can prevent Savannah fires? Yeah. That's Smokey the elephant. Leave a fire burning and he'll come. That reminds me, there actually was a Smokey something or other. Maybe Smokey the elephant actually from Quest for Glory 3. Maybe that's what this is. So if you leave a fire burning in the savannah and you don't put it out, then that can happen. We didn't actually do that, did we, in the last game? We'd never like lit a fire and rested. I did that all the time as a kid. I don't know why I didn't do it. I just didn't care to. Does it bounce? Yeah, sure. You want an elephant on a pogo stick, no doubt. Yes. Try looking in the swamp. What? No, 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 no. Yes. No. Is it blue, avocado shaped, and sings Waltzing Matilda? Yeah, sure. Oh, can't be an Antwerp then. They can't sing a note. Antwerp? It's been a long time since we've heard that word. Oops, does it dribble? Yes. Ah, that would be Kareem Abdul Elephant. Put a peanut in a basket for him. Yeah, Antwerp. Interesting. We have not heard that since the first game, since Quest for Glory 1. No. Must be an Antwerp you want. I only threw in Waltzing Matilda to make it tougher. Feed it avocado. And we got points from that. So, Antwerps eat Antwerp avocado as bait. Okay, that's good to know, I guess, if we ever find one. But so in Quest for Glory 1, there was an Antwerp guarding the secret base for the brigands, and we drove it away, and we didn't kill it really, but we like stabbed it, and it split into a bunch of baby Antwerps. So we caused a population explosion, is what that was. So now we know that Antwerps like avocado. I think this actually, this has avocado in it. So technically we could use that sandwich that we bought as bait for the Antwerp. I'm gonna see what else there is in here. No, can't handle more than one, I see. It's a good thing you know your limits. Yeah, sure. Okay, let's go. Does it have legs? Yes. Does it have more than one leg? Yes. Does it have more than 2 legs? What does this do? Oh, that goes back. Okay. No. Do you like hot fudge sundaes? Yeah. Then I suggest you put a hot fudge sundae in the receptacle, start eating it, and push the activate button. Okay. Alright, we'll come back to that later. That was interesting, but we still don't even know where an Antwerp is. Let's try opening this door. Listen.
You hear something bouncing around behind the door. A lot of something.
Oh. Okay, well this actually could be where the Antwerps are. Knock.
How interesting. It sounded as though someone knocked on the other side of the door as well, several times.
Okay. Aha, there they are. Baby Antwerps. And they escaped through the portholes.
Oh no, you've been Antwerped. Fortunately, these are just baby Antwerps, so the attack wasn't fatal.
Okay, so does that mean I can put this in?
You bait the trap with avocado from your sandwich. Avocado was never high on your list of favorite foods anyway.
What? Who doesn't like avocado?
The trap starts working.
So, how do I... Ooh.
Caught an Antwerp. It's simply amazing.
We got one, guys. Alright, so that worked.
This straight...
Get that.
You've caught an Antwerp. It's simply amazing.
I don't really know why I did that. Let's check out this other room.
The sign says...
E-maze. Okay. Listen.
You don't hear anything behind this door. There is no response to your knock.
Okay.
This is the Antwerp maze. Antwerps are naturally bouncy, so all you have to do is continually rotate the maze until the baby Antwerp bounces over to the key, then out through the exit.
Okay, easy enough. Let's see if I can do this. So I'm trying to go this way. This is the exit right here. Maybe, okay, these look like... What's actually a better way to get there? I'll go around the top and I'll try to go this way and then to the exit. I need to turn this way. Yes. This is very disorientating. Nope. There we go. Wrong way, but you know what? We're just gonna go with it. We're just gonna have to... It's hard to speak and do this at the same time, to be honest. But maybe that's the exit. Okay. Now. There. Now. To take a right. And another left. And a right. Okay, we got the key. We're gonna take another right. I don't know if this is the exit. Or if this is the exit. No, this is the entrance, right? I don't know where I started, actually. Let's try and go out this way. Alright, that was it.
You've used the baby Antwerp to get Dr. Cranium's laboratory key from the maze. You add the key to your keyring.
Ah, we have a key ring. I didn't know I had that. Key ring. This ring contains the keys you found during your quest. Classic to have a ring of keys, to be honest. One of the keys opens the door to Dr. Cranium's laboratory. Cool. Alright, so we have the key now. I'm going to save it here. I don't want to have to do that again. Dr. Cranium's hallway. Cool.
The sign on the door.
So I think that actually probably demonstrated, yeah, some superior intelligence. Let's listen.
You hear mysterious bubbling and sizzling noises. Every once in a while you think you hear someone muttering to himself.
And then let's knock. Be polite.
You faintly hear a voice saying, "Don't knock, come on in," from beyond the door.
And then unlock. Oh, we still have another puzzle here. We have to create the keyhole. Yeah, see, like already, I feel like there's more gameplay in this single hallway than there was in all of Quest for Glory 3. There were barely any puzzles in that, actually. Let's see. What is a keyhole shaped like? When's the last time you actually saw a keyhole in your life? Probably today. I don't know if this is like, you know, fast time. I'm no speedrunner. That's for sure. Alright, that's the key itself. Now let's fix these guys. These ones are harder. Like that. That's connecting there. And then what else do we have? There's something going on up there. That doesn't look right. This? Yeah. Here. And the green from this key. There we go. Nice. Cool. Satisfying. Makes me want to play Dr. Brain, to be honest. Okay, now we have the key.
Great. You've managed to find Dr. Cranium's keyhole and open the door. You pass through into Dr. Cranium's private laboratory.
I think...
Quickly, Igor, the fluid. I must have the fluid. Oh, excuse me. I thought it was Igor coming in to assist me. He helps out in the lab sometimes. Now then, what can I do for you?
Just hilarious music. I love it. I just realized those puzzles can actually be more difficult if you raise the skill level, and I have my skill level here. I think that was fine, but I saw that the button for the puzzle was actually rotate, and it was grayed out. So I think if you make it more complicated, then you actually have to rotate those puzzle pieces, and maybe the maze is even harder. And the doorbell might be harder too. So it really is a lot like Dr. Brain. There was like 3 difficulty levels in that. All right, let's take a look through here. Dr. Cranium's hallway. We'll just call this one Dr. Cranium, because we found the guy.
You are in an incredibly cluttered laboratory. Flasks, vials, jars, and tubing cover every surface. Experiments are in progress everywhere.
And did you also hear that he mentioned Igor? So Igor the gravedigger, at nighttime, he does the graveyard shift. I think he works with Dr. Cranium here. What is this?
A contraption looking nothing quite so much as a giant ray gun points towards the operating table. Now wait just a second. There's no such thing as a ray gun in Mordavia, is there? You are it.
What's this?
You are it. It looks for all the world like a medieval moonshine still. But Dr. Cranium is far too intelligent to drink alcohol, so he must be developing a new fuel or something.
Too intelligent to drink alcohol? Whoa. What a statement.
Dr. Cranium likes to stay ahead of his competitors.
You are puzzled to find a copy of Chemical Conundrums. You discover a book called Elementary Deductions. You are puzzled to find a copy of Chemical Conundrums. You start to look through Mad World, but it's making you crazy, so you stop. It's a copy of Frank and Stein's famous I am not a monster speech. You learn that Dr. Cranium has a copy of 10 easy lessons for becoming a mad scientist. He's really doing it by the book. You quickly scan through 300,000 kilometers per second. Not just a good idea, it's the law. It's pretty light reading, after all. I'm not going to really even give that a chuckle. Not as forgiving as John. Not as easily amused as Gimli. Alright, I think that's it. Look at this
It's a
brain.
beaker full of eyes, and they all seem to be looking at you.
Beaker full of eyes. It's just 2 eyes there, connected to a brain. This reminds me of a short story by Roald Dahl. Roald Dahl wrote Matilda. He wrote all kinds of books, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, right? And he also wrote short stories for adults, really creepy, fucked up ones. And one of the stories is about a guy who doesn't like his wife, and all he wants to do is read and not have to deal with her. I'm kind of spoiling the story a little bit, but he basically just undergoes a procedure to become a brain in a jar with 2 eyes attached, just like this. And then he spends the rest of his days just reading. That's all he's doing. There's a twist at the end, so I won't spoil it. But read it. It's really good. Roald Dahl writes really good short stories, actually.
Glass globes of unknown intent hang in nets from the ceiling.
Unknown intent.
It looks like a giant boiler. The chain attached to it looks like it activates some sort of release valve.
We gotta pull that, right?
Some sort of complicated scientific experiment is going on here. Could it be the quest for the perfect cup of tea? These are bottles of chemicals Dr. Cranium uses in his experiments. Even mad scientists' labs need fireplaces to keep warm in this climate. You are in an...
Alright. And what's on the table?
Dr. Cranium has an orderly personality, so he likes to arrange things in tables. Dr. Cranium looks considerably more like a demented wizard or mad scientist than a real scientist. Despite his white hair, you suspect that he's no more than middle-aged. He also seems to have developed a significant paunch. Root beer belly, no doubt.
Alright, I think it's time. Should we try and touch anything in here? We'll do that first. For fun. Touch everything in the laboratory.
This device begins to emit an ominous hum as you reach towards it.
Be careful there. That device is only for use by trained scientists. Who knows what disaster might ensue should it ever be operated by a fumble-fingered amateur such as yourself?
All right.
Besides, it is so much more fun when I do it.
All right. We actually will talk to him first. Then we'll poke around. Hello?
You say hello to the scientist.
Welcome to my laboratory. You must have more than the usual intelligence and perseverance to have made it in here.
Yes, I do. Even though I'm just a paladin.
You introduce yourself to Dr. Cranium and tell him a little about your adventures.
I should be most interested to hear about your travels and your scientific discoveries along the way. Unfortunately, I have very little time for that right now. Perhaps we can discuss your adventures when you next return.
Really? You don't have time right now? Why would I tell him about magic? Like as a concept? Have you heard of magic? Have you heard of magic?
You explain to Dr. Cranium that magic is really a lot like science, and even deals with the same elements.
Oh, nonsense! There's no such thing as magic. There is only science. What you call magic is simply scientific phenomena that have not yet been properly investigated and catalogued.
Alright, so he doesn't believe in magic. He's kind of like Conrad in the first game. Well, I think Conrad did believe in magic. He knew about it, he just didn't trust it. This guy just doesn't even believe. Okay.
My name is Dr. Cranium. I am Mordavia's chief scientist and a certified genius. Some call me mad, but I much prefer Dr. Cranium.
I like this guy a lot. Okay. They call you mad, huh?
Mad? Mad? They all call me mad, but what do they know of madness? I am not mad. A bit perturbed about the world situation and how I get so little respect, perhaps, but certainly not mad.
Yep. Sounds like something a very sane person would say. Okay, tell us about science then.
Ah, yes, science. I'm glad you asked. Science is the process of systematically increasing our knowledge of the world through observation and experiment. Unfortunately, some of the townspeople here seem to have no concept of the wonders of science. Some of them even claim my little inventions are magical. Such poppycock. There's no such thing as magic. Still, the townspeople insisted that I should be able to use my magic to cure wounds and sickness. I told them that I am a scientist, not a doctor, but they wouldn't listen. I had little choice but to concoct some simple elixirs. They were childishly pleased. Science is really so simple once you understand it.
Oh, I totally forgot about this. So he actually is, he's the guy he's our healer, he's our apothecary. I totally forgot he did this. Okay. So this is what we have on offer. The stamina potions are back on the menu. We didn't have these in the previous game, and I actually think this is very important for being a paladin.
If you want to improve your stamina, then you should make sure you eat a healthy diet from all the different food groups and get plenty of aerobic exercise. That is science.
He didn't actually say anything about the potions he had on offer, just to tell us to work out. Healing potions.
Oh, you must mean my patented healing drink. You may have my last one.
Oh.
Unfortunately, I have forgotten the formula for its main ingredient. If you can help me remember it, I will be able to make some more healing drinks, although the work is very time-consuming.
Oh. Oh shit. I think this is the copy protection. So, 1 second, and let me just look this up. And I'm actually right on time. So, we will finish chatting with him, and then wrap it up here. So, Mexicalish. Quest for Glory 4. So normally, if you had the manual, you would look these things up, but it's weird actually that this has copy protection, but the previous 3 didn't. I'm looking it up right now. Here we go. Mexicalish. So look, we got all the 5 elements. Earth, air, fire, water, and pizza. I love that. Fire. Earth. Pizza, fire, pizza. Pizza, fire, pizza.
Thank you.
There we go.
With that information, I'm sure I shall be able to create some sensational scientific solutions.
That's really dumb. So they basically don't allow you to buy any more healing drinks if you didn't have the manual at the time, because that's the only place where you would get the right combination. But I guess that's what they had to do back in the day. So I don't need to ask about those anymore. I guess I just buy them when I want to. He also has poison cure.
Oh, you must mean my new universal poison antidote. You may have this one, but I will need some help with the formula to make more. Also, I am afraid I only have time to make one each day.
Well, I thought we were already done. We're not. Cranium is earth, water, fire, pizza, earth.
Thank you. With that information, I'm sure I shall be able to create some sensational scientific solutions.
Okay, thank you very much. So he doesn't have, so he must not actually have stamina potions.
If you want to...
Yeah, he's not. He's not selling those. I got excited for nothing. Okay, empty flasks.
You ask Dr. Cranium if
Oh.
he can spare an empty flask for specimen collection.
Of course. I am always delighted to assist scientific research of any kind, and I have plenty of flasks. You may have this one.
Very nice. So we have a flask now. I don't know why we need that, but there we go. And experimentation. He's constantly running these.
Experiments are the meat and drink of science. First, you must come up with a hypothesis based on your understanding of the scientific elements. Then perform an experiment to test the hypothesis. Afterwards, you have a pizza. Earth is for solidity and stability. Air gives freedom and movement. Fire provides power and energy. Water, fluidity, and life. Pizza, of course, is the most important element of all. Pizza represents the essence of well-roundedness and regaining strength. Most importantly, you can have it delivered in under half an hour in most areas.
I love it. And they keep this up, by the way, in New Quest for Glory 5. Like, this whole pizza element thing.
A hypothesis is a scientific guess. One predicts the result of an operation, performs an experiment to test the prediction, then has a pizza to celebrate the result. It is very important to stay flexible, however. Sometimes the experiment may give a different result than predicted by the hypothesis. Since real scientists don't like to make mistakes, we always write the hypothesis in pencil. Pizza is a crucial ingredient in many scientific formulae. There is a nearly infinite variation in its effects, depending on whether one starts with pepperoni, mushrooms, artichokes, or plain cheese. One should always order extra pizza in case the experiment requires additional materials. Besides, science is hungry work.
I hope we actually are able to eat a pizza while we're in this game, but I don't remember. I don't think we are. So he was asking Igor about the fluid when we walked in, so we could ask about that, but let's taunt him a little bit more about magic. It would have made more sense to actually ask about magic after we heard him talk about the elements and pizza, because we have a bit of experience with that from Quest for Glory 2. That was all focused on the elements. Yeah, let's ask him about this.
There is, of course, no such thing as magic. There is only science.
Well,
Still, you would be amazed at how gullible some people are. Just the other day, someone gave me this scroll saying it was a magical spell. Can you believe that? It is purest poppycock. Nothing on here makes any sense whatsoever. Here, you may have this as a reminder that magic is a figment of fevered imagination. Only science is real.
It's pretty useful.
Obviously, Dr. Cranium needs to take a correspondence course from the famous wizard school. As you read the scroll, you find that you have learned the incantations and gestures with which to cast a glide spell. Then the scroll vanishes.
There, you see, it was not even a very good piece of parchment. Fell right apart.
Okay, this is kind of interesting. We have a bit of magical ability, so we were able to read that scroll, and I guess we know how to glide now. It's gonna be our one single magic spell. What I was gonna say is that Dr. Cranium is a pretty useful guy to encounter. Gives you a spell, gives you some potions, gives you points. So Igor helps you out, huh?
Igor is the gravedigger and tombstone carver. Business has been slow lately, perhaps because there are very few people left in town. So Igor sometimes comes in to help me with my work. Igor has had less work of late. The forest is just as dangerous, but there aren't very many people left in town who are stupid enough to go out there at night, you know. I like to think of it as a sort of evolution in action. Igor is carving out quite a niche for himself in the gravestone business. You might say he is well on his way to becoming a rock star. Then again, you might not.
That's my sense of humor right there. Self-doubt. Cemetery?
The cemetery is outside of town to the east. It has proven a fruitful source of materials for my experiments. There are also some interesting and cryptic puzzles to be solved there.
Okay, that wasn't very subtle. I guess there's a crypt there that we need to investigate. East of town, that is interesting. Okay, that's Igor. What is the fluid?
Essential etheric fluid is an important ingredient in my formula for reanimating dead bodies. It contains the essence of the element of water, the most important ingredient in life science.
It contains what? Water?
Essential etheric fluid.
The essence of the element of water. Okay. I don't really know, but we have it written down. So I think that's all of his stuff. Did we ask about the laboratory? Maybe we didn't do that.
This laboratory is where I perform some of my most important research. Lately, I have been trying to bring life back to a dead body and to brew the perfect cup of tea. Reanimating the dead is just another day's work in the life of a scientist. Even science cannot bring a person back right the way they were, but one can use scientific principles to restore the semblance of life and energy to formerly dead flesh.
Mm-hmm.
The one alchemical combination that I have thus far been unable to fully analyze is that of a good cup of tea. I'm sure there must be a way to duplicate the effects of nature, but the results have not been promising so far. Perhaps you would like a cup of spearmint and beefsteak tea? I thought not. This is even harder than rehydration solution and reviving dead tissue.
Rehydration solution.
Research is the heart and soul of science. Without constant experimentation to prove or disprove one's hypotheses, the scientist is left trying to solve the world's problems by guesswork. That is hardly the most efficient way to achieve results. I try to maintain a modest selection of useful experimental equipment in my simple laboratory. Unfortunately, it has become very difficult to obtain the most modern scientific accessories since the road out of the valley became closed by the swamp.
Right. Okay. So he may need things in the future from us, but we already got quite a few things from him. We got a flask. We got healing, poison cure potion, poison antidote could save your life. Healing potion. It's a healing potion, just another of the wonders science has brought to modern medicine. It's undoubtedly magical, but it would probably be best if you didn't mention that to Dr. Cranium. Then finally, what was the other thing? Flask. Empty flask. These empty flasks are useful for storing liquids and powders. And I don't know if we get empty flasks after we use our pills. Let's just try and click on a few things and then we'll leave.
You'd better leave the bottles alone. The labeling system doesn't seem to make any great amount of sense. Actually, it's not at all clear that even Dr. Cranium really knows what's in them. You warm your hands over the fire. Actually, they weren't terribly cold, but you never know when you might have to take on a few extra therms to fight the autumn chill.
Worms.
That
Alright, let's...
better table that idea for now.
Okay, we can't see what's under the cloth. More things.
Stop! You need a license to operate that.
No, I don't. You're just precious with your toys.
It doesn't budge.
Okay.
I am truly sorry, but I cannot afford to make this a lending library at this time. You may look at my books here all you like, but you may not take them with you.
Okay. How about this?
I really don't think you should do that. No, you don't really need glasses or glass globes. It hasn't finished brewing yet. Great tea takes time. The boiler feels warm, but not uncomfortably so. It must be very well insulated.
Hold this.
You try a couple of quick pulls on the pin. You're not at all sure what you've started, but it's definitely enough to make you nervous.
Yeah, I don't know what that did either. Alright. That's a wrap, guys.
It does.
Goodbye.
You say goodbye to Dr. Cranium.
Please be careful not to break the beakers or crack the flasks on your way out.
What do you think? I'm some kind of animal? Some kind of
Come back and visit again.
unintelligent buffoon?
Oh, and if you see Igor, please tell him I still need the fluid.
Okay, yeah, will do. Right, I am just gonna set up wherever we're going next. I'm sorry for the longer episodes, guys, but I think that's just happens, right? It's just it's a natural length. It's actually the sun is actually setting, so I don't think we're going to. This is the only thing we didn't explore. I don't know what this is. So maybe next time we will explore that and then go back to the inn, have a nice meal there, and see what happens the next day, because yeah, we haven't even explored the forest at all. Day 1 ending. Cool. Well, thanks for joining me today, folks. I will see you on Wednesday. Thanks for watching.